Hello. Today on this channel, I'm gonna talk about air pollution. What is it? What causes it? What consequences it leads to? And how can we fight it? Enjoy watching. First, what is air pollution? Air pollution is the presence of harmful substances in the air. These substances can damage human health, ecosystems, and even buildings. Air pollutants are divided into two main categories: primary pollutants, which are released directly into the air, and secondary pollutants, which are formed in the air due to chemical reactions. Understanding this difference is important because solutions depend on how pollution is created. Let's start with primary pollutants. These come from specific sources. Some are natural, like volcanic eruptions or wildfires. But most of the pollution in cities comes from human activity: cars, factories, power plants, burning fossil fuels. One important example is particulate matter. It's also called PM. These are tiny particles floating in the air. Some are so small that they can enter deep into our lungs. PM 2.5 is especially dangerous because it can even enter the bloodstream. Another example is carbon monoxide, produced when fuel does not burn completely. It reduces the blood's ability to carry oxygen. We also have sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, mostly from power plants and vehicle engines. These gases irritate the lungs and help create smoke. And then there are volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. They are found in the paints, sprays, cleaning products, or vehicle emissions. They easily evaporate into the air. All of these are primary pollutants. But here's where things get more interesting. Secondary pollutants are created in the atmosphere. They form when primary pollutants react with sunlight, oxygen, and water vapor. For example, when nitrogen oxides and VOCs react in sunlight, they form ozone at ground level. Now, ozone in the upper atmosphere protects us from ultraviolet radiation. But ozone near the ground damages lungs and plants. Another example is acid rain. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides react with water in the air. They form acids. These acids fall as rain, damaging forests, lakes, and buildings. So pollution is not just what we release, it is what the atmosphere turns into. And weather plays a huge role. More sunlight means more chemical reactions. Hot, sunny days increase ozone formation. If the air is still and trapped under a temperature inversion, pollution builds up. Wind can help disperse it, but when the air is stagnant, pollution intensifies. Most people think air pollution is only about cars and factories. But everyday behavior also affects air quality. For example, when we sweep dust, we lift particulate matter into the air. When we use strong sprays or air fresheners, we release VOCs. When we constantly use fans indoors, we spread pollutants across the room. Even timing matters. Using chemical sprays during strong sunlight increases the chance of secondary reactions. Less sunlight means fewer photochemical reactions. But we can stop air pollution doing small things. For example, we can create micro-clean air zones. Plants on balconies or in school gardens can capture particles on their leaves. Wet cleaning instead of dry sweeping reduces airborne dust. Grouping activities instead of constantly disturbing indoor air reduces particle movement. These are subtle solutions. But when multiplied across thousands of people, subtle becomes significant. That's all I wanted to say about air pollution. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video very interesting